give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. What is happening? We are live tonight in Houston, Texas at 9:40 p.m. All right, so happy to answer your questions. All right, happy to answer your questions about Parole in Place, anything related to immigration, of course. Don't judge my hair. I just went to the gym, took a shower. So just put my little work polo on, even though it's nighttime, but have to appear legit. Okay, so the press release came out in email earlier today. I went live earlier today as well in the morning. Someone reported that they got an email saying like, oh, they told you you're eligible. So it was a little confusing. So I don't think there was any scam email, by the way, if anyone's wondering, because I made a video about that on TikTok. But of course, I got the email, and it's from USCIS. It's not telling people if you're eligible or not. It's just a mass email nationwide, whoever signed up for the press release information in general. So if you got it from USCIS, that the title probably would have been Keeping Families Together in the subject line. Anyway, if you have questions, you're welcome to mention it as a comment or just join the live show. That's honestly probably easier. But I totally get it if you don't want your voice to be heard. Let me know where you're watching from. If you're wondering how to get legal status in America, this is the channel, okay? If you're trying to learn finance tips, trading tips, I don't know anything about that. I wish. Let me know who you follow for that stuff. If you're looking for remote work, let me know. But I don't offer tips like that. Let's see. Okay, so of course, I want to share with y'all on the screen the USCIS website, as I normally do, at least on YouTube and Facebook. So the form came out. The form is available, all right? They finally announced something today. Yeah, a couple of days earlier than we expected. Finally, okay, that's great. Let me open up these web pages. There is a fee, okay? It's not free, and there is no fee waiver, okay? Some people might wonder about that. There is no fee waiver. Now, it's a new form. Thank goodness, because the current form for the military parole in place, it just doesn't make sense why they use it. It's just a lazy way of doing it, I think. So if you're not familiar with parole in place, marriage parole in place, just a quick recap, you have to be married already as of on or before June 17th, 2024, which means the day of announcement, okay? And this has to be based on a marriage to a U.S. citizen. So if you're married to a resident, it doesn't count, okay? Unfortunately, you just have to apply the standard way, the traditional pathway. Okay, you cannot have any disqualifying crimes, criminal history. They haven't clarified that. At least I don't believe they clarified that. Let me look at one of the pages here. Okay. No, okay. Which, by the way, another thing is that if you're wondering, like, oh, what all forms do you apply? It's only the 131F first. Okay, I guess they selected F for families. Pretty creative, I guess. But anyway, 131F. All right, that's it. Don't apply for like work permit at the same time because it just doesn't make sense to do that. They're actually telling us take it one step at a time. make sure you get approved for this first, the 131F, and then let's move on from there. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And some of you might think, well, why not just file everything? Because I'm eligible, right? They just don't want to waste their own time if you're not eligible for the parole in place first. So, which actually makes sense, because which is actually kind of them, because if you when you apply for the work permit, the 765, that costs some money as well. All right. So as this is coming out today, of course, be careful. That's why I made the video earlier about a possible scam email, but that's just a press release from USCIS. Hopefully no one else tried to send some kind of email about it, unless it's a law firm, but you just want to be careful of any type of people claiming to be the government, claiming to be USCIS, as you do some searching, okay, online for maybe an attorney, law firm to help you. All right, let's see if I got some questions here. What's your drink of the night? Mine's San Pellegrino from courtesy of Costco. Okay, let's see. Okay, welcome everyone. If you're new to the channel, my name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States, helping you secure your legal status. Let's see. Okay, so I know there's a lot of people wondering about if you have a permanent bar. So an example of someone who may have permanent bar is that they entered America illegally, okay, without documentation, or they entered with a visa legally, but then overstayed their visa. And then by the time you left, you triggered the 3-year bar or 10-year bar. And then suddenly you decide to come back illegally again. That's a permanent bar, okay? Now, a permanent bar means a bar from obtaining resident status, okay? A green card holder. However, you can still apply for parole in place, marriage parole in place. We've been also able to do that for people who are clients who are eligible for the military parole in place. It's no different. It shouldn't be any different. I don't see anything fortunately, on this guidance here from USCIS, anything different. Now, keep in mind, I don't want to call out other attorneys or how people may explain it. I hope I explained it pretty clearly. You let me know if I don't explain it very good. But you're on the show for a reason. You've come back. I appreciate that. Okay. But the parole in place is not like a straight through application for the work permit or for residency. It's not. It's literally the first step in the process. Okay. After you get approved for this, then you have another process for the adjustment of status for residency and for the work permit. It's completely different. Okay. It's step by step. So with that being said, someone who's subject to permanent bar can still apply for parole in place only. Okay. And as I mentioned in the fact sheet, it's for a 3-year work permit. So, for example, if someone who was about to apply for military parole in place, maybe they already have an application on file for military parole in place, and you meet the requirements for the marriage parole in place, the Biden administration, I would apply for the marriage parole in place, because that gives you a 3-year work permit, while the military parole in place gives you a 1-year work permit. It's kind of ridiculous, right? So I think they're just catching up and saying, it's kind of burdensome to USCIS to do 1 year at a time. So we'll just do it 3 years. Makes sense to me. All right. Well, let me answer some questions, additional questions, but that was for Milan and others. Of course, this is our based on experience. If something changes, we'll definitely absolutely update you. Sand, you got a request to pay your work permit. Request to pay your work permit. What does that mean? Request from who? USCIS? That's kind of weird. Maurice, what is the 824 for? Does someone tell you need to apply for that? Let's say, for example, on the petition, on the petition, you have to check mark or write in which city you're going to do the next step, whether it's adjustment of status, in the United States or for consular processing outside the United States. So I anticipate most people wouldn't know what that means, the consequence of what that means if you don't do this every day. That's what a law firm's for, right? So with that being said, things can change where the intent originally could have been consular processing, but maybe the family member, immigrant beneficiary, ended up entering the United States with a visitor visa or something, and then now can change the process to adjustment of status. So that's a great thing. But the 824 helps to, it's their version of the easy button, except it's not that easy. It still takes processing time. It's still at least like 6 months. Just a couple months ago, it was like at least 12 months. So it really should be a click of a button with the government, but it isn't. Okay. Um, the Wi-Fi is calling, so let's see what's going on here. If I move my app, we're located in Houston, Texas. Thank you for asking. Let's see. Jessica, you said your attorney told you can't apply because your husband needs proof every month. Okay. When it was DACA, we didn't provide the intent. The best case scenario was to provide proof every month. Okay, sorry guys, I gotta go off live, but I'll be back. The kid's screaming. Okay, I'll be right back. Maybe 30 minutes. Sorry about that. Maybe. Okay, I'll be right back. It's not looking good. Talk to you soon.